Okay, so here's the thing. I try to speak, well, I'm speaking now, as immortal. So I put up on Facebook and I tried to write something to make it seem without video patch, to make sense, what I'm speaking of. Okay, so if you think of it from the terms of, there's the Cloud 9 two agents, Agents, that are Pic-Nic, Picnic. It's the two pictures of the two Nicks, me and Niklaus. We have the Kike, the zero, the circle of issuing date in documents and records. So I don't know what to tell you. On Ellis Island records, apparently you knew who was either being paid or who was informed that was going to be over here, that was documenting and saying, hey, by the way, I'm a safe whatever representative for the Holy Crusade continuance of keeping the U.S. Customs safe. Because some of you we sent over here, I said I need so many X's and I need so many O's for tic-tac-toe, being myself to help my homeland. So we had some of the Italians, Craig even verified it out of his whatever knowledge. He said some of the Italians, I was told, he said, marked Ellis Island with an X. Oh, wow, look at my holy Catholics and my Hebrews from down there. What a brouhaha. And then I had the Kikes in the Yiddishy, Germany, Polishy, like, I don't know what other brothers in germs. There's so many. Right, so in that scenario, we had some inner circle that put theirs down. Now I know who my two favorite color religies are, that I can rely on at home for some business and some safety, whatever. Being that now in the 1960s, all of the Muslim that we told that word out in Europe was strictly white color, and that was their version of Hebrew. But the Hebrew and the Muslim was not allowed into this custom, except then someone started calling the blacks in America Muslim. So the Muslim in the mosques with the masks, because the Muslims over here are black with masks, you have to stay over there with your mosques at the buildings. So now we have a Christian nation with a few Jews, the ones that we can actually rely on at Kikes and Kites and whatever, keeping the carpet clean at home territory. Since now all of the Muslims that we know are white in our inner sanctum are now turning black, and that's going to upset the brothers over the water. So we better take care of this American problem. Okay, so now I have to do some field agent work for the Catholic Church. I have a custodial issue in whatever, but I have document. It's a U.S. Issued government patriotic bond. It says Patriot Bond right there. I put it up on Facebook. I still have a copy of it. So the kind office of John W. or Omega Snow, being the W, John W. Snow, who happens to be the Secretary of the Treasury, right? Yeah, him. He signed a bond to my children, but I just need to make sure the children are going to be in the correct patriarch of Tsar Niklaus, being the last Tsar in Russia, and godly Niklaus, being the Holly Cat's Holy Roman husband, but was his body's whatever, a family condor wing comes again all over. It flaps. I mean, like we have some Germany, some Austria, some in Ukraine. There's, I don't want to forget Albania, Bosnia, Bulgaria, right? Where else are we? I mean, we're all over the place. Croatia, they get mad if I don't say them. Yugoslavia, hello. Right, I have Ireland, Scotland, in Highlands, and then, let's think. Iowa, West Virginia, that, and some Texas. So that's it as far as I know at the moment, not to piss off my my cheese state in Wisconsin. I don't know, I like them for some reason. And La Montaña in the mountains of Montana. But, all right, I have, so I have these documents, right? Okay, and it says it's the FRB, right, the royal whatever for the family. They have assigned me and him the name of Buff, Buff, and Kcty at Agent 1. So at the level of the 1, he and I each have our own, and then with our immaculate third, being Alexander, he's going to sit at a 0 above our heads, but we share, while we're Buff and Kcty agent with a numeric 1 value each, we also have a 0 value of 0 gravity above us of our immaculate that comes with us one way or the other. He has a Kike, the circle, the no value. I mean, he's got value and worth, but not in a numeracy. He's not on the paper. It has just the circle. So now, how do you want me to document that? Because now I'm actually in 2020, we documented that and did the work ahead under those agent names, field agent names, because we were having kingdom problems on the condor wing. That's what I call it, condor wing, right? The only bird that only agent 1 and above 0, right? Only we use condor wing to explain our direct bloodlines. That would be myself and Niklaus. We each have a 1. And then we each have agent 0 status, meaning agent Kike status. That's why it has a second word. And usually we tell you bad words, curse words are so-and-so, so you don't use them out in the general public, but we have specific meaning. And when it gets really this bad, we ask you what all the bad words mean, because then we go, oh, wait, right, those are our private words. So here we are in Private. So those curse words, I am now cursing humans for making this so difficult. I didn't get a red cent, REDCENT, out of any of the field agent work that we did from Kingdom before. We were trying to fix my family's condor wing problem. I asked if he needed if it was his too, and he said, well, they're aligned at certain points, and then they splinter off, and then you go to yours and I go to mine. And he said that's what we were having trouble keeping them in alignment due to other area conflict. So we came in as field agents. That's where we had the Pic-Nic, the 2 Nics, that will be with no dead body in the years, or no obituary when that came about, for tracking how we do our stuff. But I did put up NIO, N-I-O, my grandfather, Antonio, his October. He's 10/11/1911. So that's the year he was born. He died June 7th, 1997. I put up his memorial card and a picture of my confirmation with the Episcopalian Church of St. John's in America, but it's Church of England approval on that in Cold Spring Harbor, which shared with the fish hatchery. That's standing in a white cloth dress next to a lake with my father and my and Antonin. So you can, whatever the age differential at that point, but also his memorial card, because we said that he would leave a body behind. I had Morticia. I had Morticia status, Mortisha, for field work, Fidelis work, field work before at Agent 1 level of Buff and Kcty to explain to people. We don't need to explain to who we are. Because normally they don't ask you if you're living currently or if you're dead here, but will be living in the future. Right? People don't usually ask those questions when they meet you. You usually just say, no, I'm field. They set up, I mean, the royal office used to set this up. We just walked. They knew. They said, well, I'm just going to give you the names that I have on my file. Can you just confirm? We say yes. We say no. We say, well, how did you get that one? Could you at least just show me so I understand when we speak? Is there any trigger words or surrounding circumstances within the family or within the church organization that we should know? Because then that became a problem, right? We heard that over here, this was breaking out, oh boy. So yeah, that's how we were working those records, but with legitimate documents, since I didn't have like birth certificate, but we had the patriotic bond with the U.S., that I was still committed to the U.S. being successful. I don't know why they want to ruin me. So we had the custodial between myself being the Holy Roman Empire and funding legitimately with the U.S. Custodial office to the U.S. government to keep you idiots afloat while you don't help me out at all. I said, listen to me, I can fund you from the very, very funnel top of the gigantic gene pool from which I stem and I flow from. But if you, at your lower level, millionaire and below, don't go pick my family up and give them like a checkbook or stack of money or whatever, however you inherited yours, then what do you expect to happen to me in the future? How am I supposed to care for myself and my immaculate son? How are my family members supposed to? Why will, so many things stem from their care. When you ignore them, big things happen. So now we had official documents from the future back to the past, confirming to make everybody comfortable about who I was, am, and always will be, along with Nicklaus, for our royal whatever and empire status and legitimacy. What I don't understand is how you would manipulate the system and allow the enemy to advance on the Pic-Nic system that he and I own. It's the technology, technically, that we own, along with the humans that live in it. It's our aquarium. We own the glass, we own the top, we own the bottom and the sides, and inside of it are a couple of like billion little walking specks of flesh that we call humans, and they live on different pieces of land, and now they're stolen our glass. One of them went up and chipped the glass, took a piece, and then started building its own tank inside of the main tank, which is a big problem for the rest of the pieces of flesh that walk around. So why are you ignoring me? I'm just curious, all areas stupid fucking human. In New York, when you have the documents, you know that I'm legitimate. You know I have the numbers, the letters, the history, the kingdom. What I don't have is day-to-day food, clothing, and Nicklaus. Only thing that fucking mattered to me was Nicklaus. So where did I lose you in? Where the fuck are you all in useful territory? And why do so many of you live that are so fucking useless?